Hey guys,
Let's
welcome. You're talking over me.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I'm blowing it, boss. You're blowing it.
Sorry.
Welcome. Old Grumblers episode. I literally have no idea. Today, we're going to talk about mods. More specifically, mods for Total War Warhammer 3 that you should be playing. Because let's be honest, there's nothing else to play that's Total War related at the moment. Because... Anyway. But before that, Fred, you've been at the gym recently. I can tell.
Okay. I have this really good story. I did actually start like I have this really good story because it's so funny, but like in a really horrible way. So, okay, so I was just doing my workout, and in the room there's like a couple of people there. So it's a little bit more. I usually go in the evening where there's not as many people. But it was that day there was like, I don't know, 7 people in this. So this dude was standing there with his partner or girlfriend or whatever. And he was like a big, burly, rambunctious dude who was like pretty loud, like big beard, trucker cap, a tank top, a bunch of tattoos, big arms, mainly because like his waist. And then at the top of his shoulder, he had like a wolf howling at the moon. And if you're on Twitch, you might have seen like the awoo emote, and exactly that. So like in my chat, he's just called the awoo dude. And he's just really loud and a little bit, rambunctious. And he sees another person across the gym, basically, that he knows. And he's just really loud about it. He's like, oh, look, it's some and such. Always whining about something, aren't you? What are you whining about today, some and such? And the dude just comes up to him and he's like, my dog died yesterday. My puppy died. And the gym just like, the vibe goes down. Everybody just goes quiet like Jesus Christ. He's goes on about like, oh yeah, my puppy died. My like it had a kidney disease. And it's like, it's so quiet. Everyone can hear like this awful conversation. I was sitting there like trying to do like the shoulder ladder race machine.
Took out an AP.
No, I don't have music in when I go there because I'm like, if there's one more thing that I can forget and I don't want to do the gym routine for, then like that's just a thing that I don't need. So I was just standing there like, no, do it, and everybody was just so quiet, sitting like this, just looking at him, and they just completely changed. Like, oh. Dang, like they had to change their attitude really quickly, and he just tried to be really apologetic about it. It was just like, man, like a weaker person would have just like up and then just walked out of the gym.
I would never go back.
Yeah, it was basically like the puppy had died of kidney disease, and they were just trying to do, and you can tell like this dude only basically listen to alpha male podcasts because he was trying to comfort the other man. Is trying to be like kind. It's like, we're at the bottom of the mountain. We're now it's halfway up, and there's only upwards on the mountain left. So you can always just, and you could tell like he had good intentions, and like the girlfriend or whatever was like, he's looking down, just didn't want to. And then he starts showing pictures of it, and he's like prolonging this awful interaction.
No. After that, I would have just gone straight to the front desk and be like, so I need to cancel my membership.
So, like after that, I just came home and it was like digested. It was like, that was the funniest shit that's happened like in a month. So good.
Oh my
God.
Yeah,
that's
so
awful.
The moral of the story, if you are upset about something like a pet or a relative dying, don't tell a gym bro.
I think the moral of the story is be kinder when you say hello to people. Don't ask people what they're going to complain.
I'm fucking depressed.
Always greet people like their puppy has died.
Are you okay?
You look like your family has died. What's up, mama?
Oh, who died?
Yeah, it's pretty good times though.
Speaking of things that are dead, Warhammer 3.
Right? Oh, what a segue. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Just slid right in there.
So after that delight, mods?
When is the DLC coming out?
Fucking whoever knows.
Do we know?
Isn't it just...
I was thinking how you...
I think it's
how
not...
you peeps been?
Quite... I'm all right.
How you peeps been, though? You guys still been well otherwise? for people who aren't, super into or, I don't know, like stalking us from the kitchen or something.
My dog hasn't died, so I'm all right. As checked, he's still there.
And I've got a cat, and frankly, if she gets run over, good. She deserves it. No, she's awful. She literally just sits in the middle of the road, right? And people have to get out of their cars to move her. I literally saw.
That is I have never heard of anyone who I think lives in a better neighborhood than you, I think. Never, ever. If I could live there, I would literally do that. I would never feel safer. Like, oh yeah, no, my kids play in the road all the time. Like, don't yours? Yeah, no, people just tell them to move when they need to.
I was watching out the top window the other day, and my cat was like sleeping on the pavement on the far side of the road. And I watched a lady with a pram walk up and stop. And she kind of like obviously said something to my cat, Luna, and the cat just kind of went, huh? And just went back to sleep. The woman had to push her pram into the road and go around the cat. I've never felt so... I was just like, oh my God. My cat's a bitch.
She just like, oh, it's a neighborhood cat. I don't know anything about it. Just picked it up. It's like, took it back into your house.
I would have, if it wasn't because I've come out of my house, down some steps, and then across the road. It would have been like, but by the time I got there, she would have been. I was just watching this with my like, oh my God, I can't believe my cat's such a prick, such a dick.
My dog just like, if you raise your voice in any manner, he will bark at you. So if you get pissed off and you're like he'll bark at you. If you're excited about something and you're talking loud, he will bark at you. It's like you don't have to join in, bro. Just leave it. Just leave it alone. Because the small dogs have like the shrillest bark.
Yesterday when I was streaming, my cat was starting to like sound like he was gonna throw up because he always goes like oh every time he's supposed to do that. So I like picked him up and just walked out to my like wife and child, and I was gonna tell my wife like, hey, he's gonna throw up soon. Can you keep an eye on him because I'm like streaming, so I don't want to do that. But instead, I just walked out and it's like he's gonna throw up, and then he just started like, I just had to run away with him. And my child was like, "Wow, that's a wizard."
You will throw up.
No. So they were just sitting in the couch, just like basically me just walking out just with the cat. He's gonna throw up, and then he's like having to go away with him. I can aim him down the toilet, and he throws up in there.
That is impressive. You really are.
Actually, yeah. He struggles quite a bit, but the scratches are worth it.
Right. So, do we actually know when the DLC is coming out?
I think it's meant to be not quite December.
So it's
before
not
the
quite
end of
12
this year.
months.
So
did they say something in the latest blog?
Maybe.
I don't know. It's been so long, I've stopped paying attention, to be honest.
I'm going to pivot to like a cooking channel or something. Believe me, if I knew how to cook and I didn't just follow other people's recipes, I would.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It does feel like a long time since the last DLC, doesn't it?
It doesn't feel. It is.
Was the last one December?
Last year, right?
Yeah, it was last December, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be better. For sure. But yeah, I think it's still a little bit away anyway. So what we have basically decided was to talk about mods that you can play in the meanwhile. Because first we were talking about like, hey, what games can we like recommend if people want to play something like that? But I think we all felt that it was kind of like a little bit too eclectic of games basically. It's like, oh, if you like Total War, you're probably like Expedition 33. Looking at you, damners. Or if you like that, maybe you like this tentacle train game that is weirdly sexy.
You like weirdly sexy tentacle train games?
For me, who is completely normal, and I'm like, have you seen this Weeb Dark Souls game? You can make Dio from JoJo. It takes 45 minutes.
Now, the problem with you, Fred, is that you will then list out like 480 games you've played in the last week.
Yeah. No, I've actually like played so many now lately. I was like, oh, for that segment, I'm just gonna ramble on like list of stuff, like so many. So yeah, we're just going to talk about a bit of mods here that we would recommend you to try out, that we actually think like, hey, these are really good mods. You should actually try them out. They're maybe not exactly DLC quality, but like, dang, they are really good. We're making stuff better.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, really good. And I have been subsisting on these guys because I put out a video every day. And so I've played every campaign going, and I need some fresh stuff to play to keep my interest in Total War. So I've been playing some great mods.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of those really cool ones. It's also nice because we also take like a lot of ideas from each other because it's like, since I stream so much as well, like I just want all the mod ideas.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to begin? I've got 3.
Yeah, you go for the first one there.
Right. I'm gonna go first for the classic, the hardcore overall, or I think it's actually called the Strategic Campaign Compilation. So this is not one mod, it is a compilation of mods that change Warhammer 3 to be a tremendous pain in the ass to play, but also an incredibly different experience. So let me open up the thing so I can remember what mods are in it. So there's no replenishments, no global recruitment. There's changes to corruption, upkeep, captive, all sorts of things. Like, there's so many different changes to this that going through them one by one would be honestly a little bit much. But the basic premise is to just make Warhammer 3 into like a more hardcore experience where you can't just like, get a few replenishment skills and then just never have to replace your army. It really like causes you to, like, you are constantly taking casualties and merging units and then recruiting new units, and like you are constantly cycling things in and out of your army rather than just keeping them all. And it's hard to explain why. It sounds not fun. I get that. But it weirdly is. It's a little bit disgustingly fun, You're like, oh, this is kind of like, it's a little bit kinky how it's fun. Because it's so difficult.
So you said this, I was into like, oh my God, I don't know how I feel about that. But actually, I mean, one of the things I always say is I do think replenishment is one of the things that has ruined Total War. And it feels like sometimes Total War is a game made for different mechanics. Mm-hmm. Because they give stuff like recruitment reduction, which is meaningless because you recruit your one army and then you probably don't.
The mod pack does help a lot of those talents feel a lot more impactful, because instead of just being like, oh, well, I just recruit my one army and I'm done with it. It's like you will constantly be recruiting, even in the end game. And it also encourages you to manually play your battles if you don't want to recruit as much, which, you can take it or leave it. And there's also, speaking of which, an auto-resolve configuration thing, where essentially if you win a manual battle, you get like a point, and then you can use that point to auto-resolve another battle. And so you can't just auto-resolve everything. So you have to like earn your auto-resolve. So you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to auto-resolve this one because, I don't really want to battle it.
I'd like it more if you could if you like won a decisive victory or something, you could spend it on winning a battle that you were going to win anyway, because there's so many times where I'm like, I fought this same battle like 5 times and I won it with 3 casualties each time, and auto-resolve is going to kill half my army. Yeah,
it doesn't fix that, but what it does do is if it's going to be like a decisive, like ridiculously decisive victory or defeat, it'll just like let you auto-resolve it anyway. So it won't force you into doing that. If you're against a legendary lord, it will force you to do the manual battle no matter what, unless it is a decisive whatever. So that's pretty cool. It makes like fighting legendary lords into a bit more of a thing. Although if you're fighting fucking Vlad like I was, that's just every other turn. That bastard. God, it was pissing me off. I think in the end I just used the console to like teleport him away. I'm like, I don't want to kill you. I just want you to go away so I don't have to see you for a few turns. Well, like explore the other aspects of this, but yes. Really
it is so lore-wise accurate. I love it because in the book Vampire Wars, I don't know if you guys read it, but he is such a goddamn troll. Basically, he'll fight like in a siege, right? Because siege can be multiple days, and then one night he just come there and he's like, "What you gonna do? Huh? Behead me?" And he's like, "Flip!" and just beheads him. And then he comes back next day like, he just keeps on doing that every night, basically.
Yeah, it was pissing me off to no end, but yeah, I think everyone should try this. I don't think everyone will like it, but it's definitely something that's worth trying. Also gets rid of ass ladders, makes them into a buildable thing. Changes the sieges so you can't like build in real time, which is pretty cool.
I can't believe that they haven't like implemented the no ass ladders beta yet. It's been weeks. It's been the only thing I've been thinking about.
They're just dragging the feet a little bit.
I don't know. I have no concept of linear time anymore.
But they did implement the other betas, didn't they? And then
yeah, but it was like a long time ago though. And that was a while ago as well.
Yeah, and now there was a hot fix the other day to fix the Lizard Man problem, wasn't there? And they've broken Tomb Kings now.
Yeah, yeah, it's really one of those.
Maybe it's good they don't patch it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of those things where people say, "I'll wait a year and then it'll be done and good," and then we're sitting here 3 years later and like, I mean, like after a while you're just like, can I play with the current bugs?
Yes.
No.
Have you two given this one a go?
No, but I want to.
I very much recommend it. I don't know who I'd recommend you play. Probably no one near the vampires because, fuck me. But yeah, it's just interesting. It really does. Obviously, it does make it feel like a different game. You still got like the kind of basic settlement management. You've still got the shitty AI, but yeah, it makes it a lot more interesting. And there's mods in this that like I just recommend playing with anyway, even if you're not playing with the whole compilation, because this isn't like one mod. This is just a collection on Steam, so you can just pick the ones that you want to play with. So if you want to have the option of having global recruitment, just don't play with the no global recruitment one. If you want ass ladders, then play without that, you fucking freak. It's great.
That sounds good.
Options and toggles always the best.
Absolutely.
Well, I've got a mod. If you want to, well, actually, I've got several mods for a campaign that I played, and I used the Old World campaign, which is, I mean, just an amazing mod to try out.
Turn times aside.
Although, yeah, the turn times
rough.
Yeah, you do kind of hit end turn and go off and make a cup of tea,
Yeah,
and then
it's like classic Warhammer 2. It's nostalgic in a way.
It is, yeah. I'll go as far as saying I think it's worse than Warhammer 2, to be honest. It just takes so long. But there are some amazing bits on that map that make you just go, "Oh my god, that's so cool!"
Oh yeah, the chaos areas are just beautiful.
Chaos areas, and there's if you go south, if you go where the chaos dwarves are and go south to the coast down there, there's like oil rigs with so cities on them. And you have to like go up, you kind of like land at the ramp and you have to go up to the city. And it's just like, oh my God, you've actually there's like a whole new resource. You can get oil there. So which is very cool. But they'll bring so much freedom. But what I did play was the Hashut's Gunpowder units and the Hashut's Legendary Lords mods.
I've tried the Lords.
Now, I played as, I can't remember his name, Bazrak Firespitter.
Yeah. Now
that little guy, he has a very big gun. And when he fires, it's basically like a rail cannon. So he shoots, and you just get this massive lance of fire across the entire map that kills anything. He's great. He's very, very fun. But what I really love is the tanks that you get with the gunpowder units. Because you can get multiple Baneblade-sized war machines for the Chaos Dwarves. Like, these are huge. They've got they're amazing. They cost massive amounts of upkeep, but the amount of damage they can put out is so good.
Yeah, I've just seen 28 new ranged units. Holy crap! This looks sick. And, oh my god,
it's so good. And one of the best units is probably, I can't remember what the unit's called, but it's basically like a big missile launcher.
I'm looking at
like
it.
a big.
It's so beautiful.
And you know when Ikit uses his nuke.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine that, but more like, I don't know, 6 times the size. It's like that.
Balance.
And that thing can fire like once every 6 minutes, I think. But when you see this massive missile like arcing over you're like, this is going to be the best thing ever, and it is. It just feels very good. And I love the Chaos Dwarves because I think they're one of the most interesting factions in Warhammer 3. And anything that lets me play more Chaos Dwarves is A-okay by me. So I would definitely try that out.
Holy crap.
Mods, it's like either you have fun stuff that is completely OP, or it's just like undertuned, so you never want to use it. Like it's very few things in between.
It is very much a mod where if you have a bunch of those units in an army, you don't really fight the battle. You just watch the enemy army disintegrate as it takes catastrophic bombardment. But you know what? I'm okay with that sometimes. I think that's fine.
This looks
incredible.
It's good. I'm just so like good. Scrolling through the images of the units, just like pulling progressively more ridiculous faces because they're just crazy.
Yeah. It's so good. It's just it makes my heart sing every time. I mean, I will say that some of the tanks are not. You pay all this money for them, you get them, you have all this upkeep, and then they kind of like just go, nah. And like 2 goblins fall over at the front.
And you're like, oh, well. Who said that?
That's a shame. But then you get some of them and they're really good. So I mean, it's just really satisfying. It's really satisfying. Plus you have to deal with all the Chaos Dwarf like logistics bullshit to get them. So
that does sound like a really fun combo with Old World, the Lords, and the units. I might try that. But do I want to play with Old
it's
World
really good. That's the only problem is the end turns are very long.
Is that the same guy that gets like 60 different bonuses for ranged units? There's one that just gets like a bunch of things. It's like 40% missile power and then 25% in his army and explosive power.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, it's great. But his start location is absolute arse because the Old World map is huge, and particularly areas in the Chaos Dwarf South are huge.
Is he the one that starts in the mountain pass and then you go down and it's just nothing, and you go up and it's just nothing?
The one, yeah. So he has to, until you manage to confederate the other Chaos Dwarf factions in what is a fucking amazing Zana Grund area, which is actually like set up like a proper city, and you have like districts and stuff, and each district is its own settlement, which is so satisfying. Until you get those areas, you're going to really struggle for anything really, but it makes the payoff all the better.
25-minute turn timer to move one army. Yay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I played like SFO and the Old World a long time ago, and it was like early on at turn 20 or something. It was like 2.5 minutes turn times. They do get longer and longer, and like when you're trying to be entertaining and it's like 2.5 minutes, just stop with everything, and then like nobody in chat is like super active with anything.
Yeah, and you're at that point you pull up Subway Surfers on, like you swap scenes to Subway Surfers at the same time.
2.5 minutes isn't like that bad, but 2.5 minutes like consistently, like just every couple of minutes gets a loss.
Yeah,
people don't think that's a loss. People don't think that's like a loss. Yeah, I'll just put on 3 minutes of ads, an hour, and see how many people complain.
Yeah. So I mean, it works for videos because I can just cut it out, but it does mean I need to sit through it myself. The number of people in my comments going, "How did you make the turn time so quick?" It's like I sat through them and then edited them out for you. That's why, because I didn't want this video to be 50% end turn time.
Yeah.
But that's not a fault of the mod that you were talking about, so that's fine.
Fred.
Okay, so I have a couple of them. Do we want to start off with the biggest ones or like smaller ones and work our way?
Surprise me.
Okay, I'll take one of the smaller ones. Tigermen of Cathay is a hilariously good mod. It is. It gives you really cool Tigermen that look awesome. They are supposed to make them into a faction eventually, but they're basically very well-trained, weaponized skin wolves that you have a very limited number of when you're playing as Cathay. You have to make a building. You can get a lord for them. You get like a gorilla lord as well, if I remember correctly. Like a panda as well, I think.
Yeah, you get Chen from Warcraft.
So if you want to actually make an army of only Tigermen, that's going to take a long while and a lot of resources. They are very strong. And obviously, like Cathay is one of those things that they've always been pretty strong. But this one just adds that flavor that is just so much fun. And these things are not completely OP, even though they are strong. You can easily shut them down if you want to. But I really like that mod. It is a great mod, honestly.
They look so good as well.
Yeah, it looks surprisingly good. I'm super hyped for them making it an actual faction as well.
I just like how they're integrated into the faction. Like a lot of unit mods, they're just like, I just like stick them on an existing recruitment build or maybe add a new one. But the fact that they like have their own building, they have unique buildings, they have capacities. I like a capacity. I just think it's fun.
They're added into landmarks as well.
Yeah.
Like the village of the Tigermen or whatever it's called, like Southern Cathay.
Yeah, you can get the
that's a landmark for them.
Barbarian ones or the Berserker ones or whatever they're called.
Mm.
Yeah, the Berserkers. That's it. Yeah.
It's just a great mod.
It's 100%. It's been put into like actually making them part of the faction rather than just like slopping them on.
Yeah. No, it's well integrated. It's fairly well balanced. It's hard to say like balance and stuff like that. Like I have somewhere around like 12,000 hours in the just Warhammer Total War series. So obviously, as long as something isn't like complete dog shit, it's gonna be like fairly strong anyway. So making it like having something with flavor, that's just good.
Got enough complaint about flavor?
No, I love that mod. I think it's great. It does quite work for Cathay because Cathay is quite a stand back and shoot army. They don't really have a huge amount of whereas you can go, actually, I'm going to go Catboys, and suddenly your army's significantly more aggressive melee-wise.
Yeah,
it does change up how you play them. That's true.
I find the Cathay default rosters just it's a bit boring. Like, I like the flying things, but they're not very good. The Sentinel's kind of cool. Like, the Gunpowder's, it's good, but, the Empire's right there, the Skaven are right there, but adding some Tigers to him. Suddenly, I'm pricking my ears up a little bit. I'm a bit more interested.
Personally, as the boring McBoring man, I really like the just good front line, good back line, some artillery, 2 cavalry units, like a lord and a mage. Like, that's perfect for me. But then have like the monsters as well in it, or like 2 terracotta statues and stuff like that. So good. Like, if I ever play Empire, I just try to be friends with Cathay and I try to be friends with the ogres and the dwarves, because then I can have like a better front line, like a terracotta statue to be in there as well. It's like, oh yeah, no, he's on loan right now. Is that right, terracotta statue? That's just boom. It's great.
Yeah, but the Tigermen, they certainly can make a really nice, fresh Cathay camp. If you play Cathay a few times, you're like, I don't really want to play them again because it's basically the same thing. You add the Tigermen mod to that, and it's an entirely different game, which is really fun.
And surprising for something so, well, on the surface, so simple. Just a few units and a few buildings, but it's just done well.
It's almost like it's that's the basis of DLCs. Except for like a lord and mechanics.
Oh my god, what's happened to my voice? Speaking of mechanics, I very recently played the SCM Might of the Maw mod. Do you know about this one? Adds a buttload. I think it's 11 new legendary lords and a shitload of new units. But each of the legendary lords, or most of them, have mechanics that they have stolen from other factions, which, whilst not anything new, it is new to the ogres. So, pretty cool. Like, you've got a guy that has Grom's Cauldron, but all like the ingredients of different effects specific to the ogres. You've got a guy who can use the beast pens, but can get some like ogre specific units. You've got a guy who uses Cinch's barrier, but it's a frost barrier. Yeah, right then, buddy. Like, there's all sorts of different gimmicks for everyone, and it just, like, I feel like sometimes when you're playing a campaign of the same race, it can feel like just the same. Like, is it really that different playing Thorgrim than it is playing Ungrim, unless you just like focus slayers? No, the mechanics are basically the same. You have access to the same units. It's just how you choose to play them. But with this, it's like, well, you actually have something different to play with and something to focus on when you're playing that specific faction. I just like that. I like my factions feeling different within the same race.
Okay, I have actually played some of this. I played the Shark Tooth, which are ogres with the vampirates sort of mechanics.
Absolutely busted, because you can have camps and camps. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, the only problem I would say is that having camps, because I was playing the Old World campaign, started in the Maelstrom, which in the Old World campaign is basically like you've got the sort of middle whirlpool, and then you've got like a load of islands, so it's like an archipelago, like all over the place. There's like 5 or 6 different provinces in the Maelstrom itself, and putting your camp down on a little bit of island, and then having to protect that from people trying to land and attack it is. Camps are still not great to defend, to be honest, regardless. But
you don't need it. You got shipbuilding.
Nice. I don't think he had shipbuilding.
Oh, he has it now.
I think he has shipbuilding. None of the other generals do. So yeah, so you've got like double camp things going on, which is great. I just don't think the vampire mechanics are great in general.
Can't you pack up the camp and take it with you otherwise?
Yeah, it takes. Yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of like you have your camp and then you're just watching to see if anyone's nearby, so you can go wait for it, right, pack up, go, and then stick it down somewhere else.
Historically accurate.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, the vampire coasts are just like kind of ass. So transferring their mechanics onto someone else, it's still kind of ass. Like searching for treasure maps is a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah, I didn't realize, because it used to be in Warhammer 2 that when you looked for a treasure map, it gave you like a little thing and you had to like give you a little like hint, clue, and then you had to follow that, and you had to like, you went, oh, we're buried in a dead man's head, and you had to go and find the skull on the map, and that was where the treasure was. And in Warhammer 3, apparently you just go, where is the treasure? Click on the magnifying glass and it'll take you exactly to where it is, and you just go, it's there.
Lame.
Yeah, anyway, but that mod is really good, and it's just, I genuinely think some of those ogre, like I say, pretty much all the ogre factions in that mod are significantly more interesting than both Scrag and Greasers.
A little bit. Didn't want to say that, but yeah, a little bit.
Greases was way more fun now with his new mechanics, but he's still like Greases. Like when you take him out into the battlefield, you're like, man. You see him just like wheel around there, like, ah.
Look what they took from us. Greases Lightning. The best patch that ever hit the game. It's like, it's nothing unique. It's just porting mechanics from everyone else, but it's just like a fun idea. Like if you're an ogre enjoyer and you want some variety in your campaigns, like give this mod a try. And yeah, it's nothing that you might not have ever seen before, especially since you need to own the DLC of the lord that you're stealing mechanics from. But it's fun. I like it. Hello.
It is good. Talking of fun, has anyone played the crabs mod?
The crabs. The Crustacean Nation.
The Crustacean Nation.
It's on my list.
I
haven't played it personally.
It's unhinged. I would go so far as to say it's basically unhinged. There's no lore to this. It's basically you're just playing a faction of giant crab people. That's literally, but they do come with their own mechanics. They can put down like they can be like outposts which give you faction-wide buffs, which is really cool. And I mean, all of the legendary, it's like 4 legendary lords I think you can play as, and each of them have different mechanics. The one I played had like quests that you had to complete to get like unique generals, which each had like their own skill tree, almost like their own legendary lord, to be honest. And it's just great. All of your units are crabs. You've got crabs riding crabs for cavalry. You've got giant crabs. You've got crabs that control javelins. You've got crabs with guns. You've got crabs with cannons. It's just absolutely unhinged. If you want to play something that is completely off the wall, it's a very good choice. And it's weirdly very well crafted and also well balanced somehow.
You say crafted? Damn it, I couldn't pronounce it correctly. Crafted. There we go.
Great.
Nailed it.
Good job, you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you've not played this one, it's definitely worth a lot. It's very weird, but it weirdly fits.
It has been on my list for a long time, but I think it just keeps getting like pushed back for some reason or another. Like I feel like every time it's up, something isn't like mentally stopping me from making the video. Like something will happen. So
I guess if you really like the Warhammer lore, it's sort of it doesn't fit with the Warhammer lore at all. And yet, when you are jumping up and down on Malekith's head with a massive crab, you kind of go, yeah, I could see this happening. This is fine. So there we go. Unhinged, but definitely worth a look.
Are there like mechanics?
Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. Yeah. Every legendary crab lord has their own mechanics.
Don't you have to call them crab mechanics? Crab
mechanics. I'm surprised you've not played this one, Fred. I thought you were a big crab aficionado.
No, I sit here and say that all mammals evolve into bats because out of like 6,500 different species of mammals, there's like 2,500 of those are just bats.
So get this right. There's how many? So there's 5. Oh, there's 5 legendary lords now. 3 heroes, 3 lords, 3 heroes, 30 different types of units. And each of those legendary lords has their own mechanics. And then the crabs themselves have their own mechanics as well.
Right,
so
better than a DLC.
Literally, yeah. It's basically a DLC for free.
Damn it. That is pretty cool.
It's pretty good. All new buildings, like they're their own complete new faction. Just pretty great. Got their own resource. It's great. It's worth a punt. Definitely worth it.
I might have to pinch that one from you.
Did a pinch.
Claw it out of his dead hands.
Yes. Yeah, don't be shellfish. Share it. All right, I'll stop.
So another mod that I really liked was I'm just going to go on the Cathay train here. Yin Yin is pretty cool. It's a neat mod that gives you a new starting location, starting Lord, and weirdly enough, it is like one of the hardest Cathay campaigns as well. Like you start off with the dual starts. You start off in both Cathay and you start in Lustria. And the Lustria one, you will just like from turn 1, they're just gonna chuck dinosaurs at you to the point where you just go, "What's happening? Why is there so many goddamn dinosaurs?" And you will struggle for it. You do get some cool new pirate units as well. Yin Yin is easily the ugliest of all the dragon models as well. I think it has like that deep sea, like a fish skeleton, or like that deep sea.
The anglerfish, isn't it?
Yeah, the anglerfish, yeah. Model and stuff like that. And it's but otherwise it's pretty cool though. I mean, if you like Cathay, it definitely would recommend giving it a go. The pirate units are pretty decent as well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's huge amounts of lore about Yin Yin, but I like the fact they made her basically a brat. Like she just exudes that brat aura. She rampages, and she's basically got a face only a mother could love.
Yeah, I mean, Cathay lore is always weird because they have been making it up as they go along now for a bit. Yeah. So, yeah. You also get some Nippon dudes as well when you're playing that one. And it also goes into the Cathay being raided by Nippon all the time. Which was lore-wise accurate, that Nippon would just harass Cathay goddamn constantly. Lord.
I remember
Lord
that. Yeah,
Subaru, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but yeah, it's that. I think it comes down to just how good that mod looks. Like all of the units in that. If that came out as a DLC, you wouldn't blink an eye.
Yeah, it is very
impressive.
Good. Yeah. They also have like summoned airships and stuff like that, which is, I never got to that one, but it does have like really cool stuff. Definitely would recommend this. I don't want to spoil too much, mainly because I'm trying to cover for me not remembering everything about this from when I play this. But it's pretty neat for sure. It's a good campaign. I got a couple more mods here as well that are really good campaigns. But usually I just recommend the stuff that's since I mainly do these for stream. When I see that people lose interest or I lose a little bit of interest, I'll just like drop it and do something else. But all these mods here are things that I continue on for several days at least. So that's something.
have we ever talked about the Champions of Undeath mod in like detail?
No, but I have it on my list here as well, because that is a great mod. Yeah.
Full disclosure, mod maker has messaged me. Hasn't paid me anything to say it, but goddamn, this mod rocks. Like, you know, I'm not just going to be nice to him because some guy messaged me, but this mod is seriously like very, very, very good. It's ridiculously detailed. They have voice acting, they have cutscenes, and on top of that, it's kind of like Vampire Counts meets Warriors of Chaos, isn't it?
Yeah.
They got Strigoi with wings. I love Strigoi.
They're constant, like they are constantly adding new stuff as well. So I'm probably already out of date.
Yeah, so if you haven't played this mod and you don't know anything about it, it's essentially that you play as the vampire counts that are playing nothing like the vampire counts. It is very cool. You become sort of a horde and you only want to use vampires for most of your stuff. Vampires are more expensive, but way more powerful than a zombie. It also puts you in really rough situations at the start. So you will have to like work hard with your vampires. What's also making it cool is that you have the Warriors of Chaos system of warbands, so you upgrade stuff. So, you know, a shit vampire will eventually become an incredibly powerful vampire. And you get some incredibly cool vampires. These are balanced with like different currencies and things like that, so you can't just get like the best stuff as soon as you can. So everything you have is pretty valuable. You don't want to lose it, and they are very strong. And god damn, if you lose them, it's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But it essentially, like, you get normal vampire acolytes, then that becomes like a blood dragon on foot with just a halberd or something. Then that later on can become a blood dragon on a horse, and they become pretty strong. And then maybe that one evolves into blood dragon on a winged horse. Mm-hmm. Then eventually you get like a blood dragon on a dragon, on the dragon, right? And you have these things for both like the depth guard type of things. You also have it for the Drakenhof, Templehof, right? Templehof vampires, which are the von Karstein ones, and it just continues on like that. It's really, really, really cool stuff.
Oh, is this similar to the Blood Dragons?
Yeah, Gems of Undeath is literally that mod.
Okay, so I have played the Blood Dragons bit.
Yes, you have. I remember I recommended it to you, and I saw you start playing it, but it's
One of the things I love about that mod is that it just keeps surprising you.
Yeah.
Like you start off and you're like, okay, this is fine. I'm kind of, and then it goes, oh, but now this thing's happening. You're like, oh, okay, I didn't really expect that to, and then, oh, now this thing's happening. Oh, okay, great. And then it puts you up against flying like boat missile ships, and I was like, where did this come from? Like, these aren't even units I can recruit. I'm literally fighting them. Where did these guys come from?
Oh yeah, because it gets chased by like vampire hunters as well, like witch hunters.
Yeah.
Like they'll come at you. Yeah, it's just such a good mod. I remember I played that for like 1.5 weeks or something like that. Just that campaign was so good.
It really just constantly keeps surprising me, which was exciting.
Yeah. Then later on you get like Abrash and stuff as well. Abrash obviously like gets pretty OP because he's a progenitor vampire. He's like one of the OGs and has only really wanted to like perfect himself, and he's also like cured his thirst and stuff. So he's obviously gonna be pretty strong.
There's just, like you said, there's just like so much to do. Like if you're even remotely interested in playing the undead, like this is one of the best mods. This and Tomb King's Extended, and the what's that, Legion of Nagash. Those three, maybe not all at the same time, your game might crash, but those three are like the Mount Olympus of undead mods. And this one, there's just so much to do, and it's so different as well. Like the other two kind of like keep the DNA of the Tomb Kings and the vampires. But this is just like a whole new thing that like you've not really ever played before. It is kind of like the Warriors of Chaos, but then there's also like just whole new things out there. Like there's the blood keeps. I forgot about that. Like you take specific settlements, and that has like its whole mechanic attached to it. There's just so much.
Yeah, and the different currencies as well. Just keep it very interesting for a very long time. Together with landmarks that you want to build up and things like that. It's just it's literally one of the best mods out there.
Yeah. Crazy production value.
Since you mentioned Legions of Undeath with Nagash and things like that, that is also one of the, like, such a good mod. Not only can you play as Nagash and have like your own quest line, and you have to start off in Nagashishar, and you have to get over to the Black Pyramid, and the Black Pyramid you have to awaken, and like you can start having that as a horde building, and everybody will hate you and get like these new cool units. Not only that, but they also have like a new really cool model for Neferata. And Neferata also gets her own campaign if you want to play that one.
Yeah,
starts off with the Silver Pinnacle.
And that spooky ghost lady.
Yeah, special mechanics and everything.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Just the Neferata campaign is great, and playing as Nagash is also great. Just like leveling up and becoming that monster. Yeah, because Nagash is one of those dudes that's if he ever gets released and he's balanced, they have failed, like absolutely failed. Not only is that dude one of the like top 3 wizards in the entire Warhammer world, and like managing to kill off entire cities with a wave of a hand, like killing off an entire like half of a continent with a ritual, things like that. But he also manages to duel a souped up barbarian king wielding one of the most powerful artifacts in the world while he's empowered by his own sorcerer's crown. Like he can duel that still.
I mean, he became a god in Age of Sigmar, so he's literally... Yeah. The problem is, you just end up being like, well, we don't want to make him overpowered because don't like the power creep, so we're going to give him, I don't know, a slightly better power recharge rate.
Woo.
Yeah.
If they added Nagash, would they also need to add Sigmar at the same time? Just for like to keep the balance?
The only one who can kill him.
Have an equally bullshit lord.
My headset just died. 2 seconds.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
We'll fill the sounds, don't worry.
Yeah.
It does that'd be an interesting, if for the End Times DLC, would it make sense that Sigmar and Nagash come back, and then for the End Times, like you'd have to have like a separate campaign where only where those two are, because otherwise, if you put them into Immortal Empires, they'd just be way too cracked.
Well, I believe in the End Times, didn't Nagash and Sigmar work together?
Yeah. It would be really cool though if Nagash, for example, if he gets implemented into the game and you're not playing him, that he would actually be a crisis, basically. It's like, yeah, Nagash is now on the map, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. I really wish, like Stellaris, there was more external pressure. Well, there was more external pressure, basically, because I know we've got crises in Warhammer 3, but they're bad, and I would like there to be a little bit more, like Nagash rising up. Like, that would be really cool. That's something to, like, fight against, instead of just, I'm going to paint the map some more.
I mean, there are some cool things. Like, imagine if you were playing, like, let's say, the Wood Elves, right? And then you get the notification that the dwarves are all banded together, and they are fighting the Empire that have all banded together or something, and you have to pick a side now.
Yeah.
Like War in Heaven thing, mid-crisis.
Did have a mechanic like that where you have to pick a side. Norska.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they removed that one, right? Probably. Didn't they?
I don't remember. I remember it happened in Warhammer 2, and I was like, oops.
Because you could become like the next ever chosen, or band together and help Archaon destroy everything. Mm-hmm. But I think they removed that one. I wonder if that's going to come back. Probably not.
No. So I've got a really cool mod called Legion of Greed, which is a Slaanesh mod, a Slaanesh Legendary Lord mod, which adds new units and new mechanics and a new Legendary Lord, which kind of looks a bit Age of Wonders 4.
A little bit,
but it's great. just
the horns and wings and stuff.
All right, quick PSA to mod makers. Alan, I know that you like reshade, but I need to be able to see the images on the page. Jesus Christ, turn down the contrast and turn up the brightness.
Yeah, that's pretty. Jeez.
Like those last few images are just like a black screen.
They do look very cool. They're all like golden. They look very sort of. They look sort of very Hellenic, like sort of very sort of like the sort of Greek Spartan style, and they look very, very cool. And it's, I mean, I've also played, was like a Kala, which is like another Slaanesh character, but more of sort of based in Ind with the Immortal Empires Expanded mod, and I do love playing as Slaanesh because you do get the seduction mechanic. And I did spend most of my campaign desperately fending off Thorgrim with wave upon wave of dwarves heading towards me. Now, the problem with Slaanesh is that they do like an army that they can break quickly. And you can't really do that with dwarves, so it was a friggin' nightmare. Until I'd managed to seduce the Empire enough, who were strength rank 1, to basically make them my vassal, and then we had hordes of Empire armies pouring out of Blackfire Pass down to save me, which was nice. But again, this mod, I mean, I know you can't actually see the pictures, but if you could, looks very, very cool. All of the units look like amazing. The Legendary Lord herself looks fantastic, although she does, for some reason, ooze out purple goo underneath her. Not sure why. It's probably like a medical issue. Not 100% sure.
So wearing a lot of clothes for Slaanesh. Not a fan.
He does like her clothes. But it just looks so cool. I can't get, like, if someone said this was a DLC faction, I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure, that makes sense to me. It's just that level of polish that all of these mods seem to have, which is always just blows my mind.
Mm-hmm. I would 100% have already played that if it wasn't for the next DLC is Slaanesh based. Like 100% I would have.
Although considering how long we might be waiting for the DLC, you might be able to slip it in.
Yeah. Like honestly, I was like in the summertime or something like that. I was like, I should really play Sigvald. Now the DLC is soon here, like in June or something. I was saying that.
My God.
It's like,
fool.
Jeez. Yeah, this is the avoiding high elves and Norske you don't really need to avoid because who play those anyway?
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't want to play Norske until they get updated, right, guys?
So Fred, any other DLCs you like?
Mods.
Not DLC, mods, yeah.
Man, I was just like that Slaanesh one looks so good. No, Araby, I know everyone's played that one. 100% recommend that one always. Araby is so good. I played Jafar the first time. I think he was great. You're basically playing as evil Jafar. Yeah, it's just a great quest line. Everything you play as Jafar from Aladdin essentially, and you can become like an evil genie as well. And you're taking over the world. And the mechanics are great. You have little caravans, you have like quest lines, you have special buildings, new aesthetics, everything. The only thing it doesn't have that actually would make it into like also voice lines and everything. If they had special animations and a little bit higher resolution textures, that would be a DLC. That would be one of the better DLCs even. It's crazy how good it is.
Yeah. It's just, you're right. The it does look slightly janky, but you know what? For free, I'll accept that.
It's absolutely fantastic. Obviously you can see like, oh yeah, they used the like rigging from this and that thing, but like in general, it's so good. 100%. I haven't really played like Yasmin's father or Jasmine, who is just now Desert Bandits. But Jafar, I played like 3 times or 3 campaigns on that. It's just great. It's fantastically fun.
I'm trying to find the mod page, but have you guys played? There it is, Lily's Bretonnia mod compilation, all in one.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right.
This combines a bunch of stuff, and I think more stuff has probably been added to it since I played it in last year. Oh my God. Literally like a year ago in 2 days. But like it makes Bretonnia playable, which I mean, that's good enough for me.
I actually played a Bretonnia campaign just the other week, and I gotta say that every time somebody says like it makes Bretonnia better, I'm like, how would they make him better? Because it's one of my favorite factions. I truly believe it's one of the strongest factions in the entire game as well.
Their economy is insane.
Yeah, it 100% is. But then like I see these things and I just go like, yeah, I get why they're better. Because obviously like you can't use peasants normally. Or well, you can. I mean, why would you? Why wouldn't you just have knights?
Right? Yeah.
People are like, oh yeah, well, sieges get so hard. No, they don't. They get easier if you just have like the knights are so strong. It's like, oh, you have to micromanage them. No, you don't. You like send them to charge something. Then when that's died, eventually you send them to charge the next thing.
You Control A and right click on the gate until that explodes, and then you just pour into the city and kill everyone. Job done.
You just look at this entire line, just like rushing into the other enemy line, and then eventually your line will win. Like, what are they going to do? Have only halbards? Eventually, the non-halbards will die, and the ones will be freed up, and they'll go help them. But no, sorry. Keep talking about the Lilith's Bretonnia's overhaul. I just started ranting about how much I love
looking for Bretonnian mod, and this is very compelling.
So I did play it a year ago, and I'm just kind of like refreshing my memory, but it like changes their economy to make like, you know, farms and industry a bit more interesting and less of like just spam farms to win. It changes chivalry round to be actually what's the word I'm looking for? Good, you know, and do something and not just be a bar that you fill up to get the green shit who does nothing.
Yeah, you don't have to do the questing vow, at least if you get into like almost max.
Yeah,
the Green Knight's so bad.
You get all that, and then the Green Knight, he remembers his PK and he gets like all his items and stuff. So he's actually decent. It's just it adds so many just little tweaks and changes to like technologies and skills and buildings. It just makes them better. Oh yeah, I'm just watching the video on mute on the side. Alberic gets shipbuilding, which is just fantastic news. New tech trees for Alberic and Rapons, because, you know, they don't live in Bretonnia, so why the fuck would they want to confederate all of Bretonnia if they're never going to live there? It's just, yeah. It adds so many new things and some new units.
I feel like any Bretonnian faction that starts outside of Bretonnia has a significantly easier time, because Bretonnia is just full of those two settlement provinces for some reason.
Yeah, that's why I don't like playing Bretonnia. Because I just feel like you're like, when you start in war as Luen or, you know, Foot Lady, and then you're just like, well, what do I do now? I just kind of like, you know, wait until I can confederate, or I go fight in Norska. No, thank you.
Yeah, I do agree. It's sort of like, it's such a safe little area until about turn 50.
Yeah, once like Chaos and Dark Elves and everyone starts coming onto the coast, it's a bit roundabout.
Be'lakor will always stand in the corner, but like
menacingly.
Yeah,
just looks out from Albion.
And then as soon as you've done him, then like Wulfric is like, well, hi little do, neighborino. How are you today? I have 27 provinces.
Which amounts to about 2,000 gold income. You stand no chance.
And I can send out several armies every turn. Langwil will never be over tier 2.
It is why whenever you find the AI Bretonnia, they've always like gone north to Norska, because it's basically the only direction they can go in.
Yeah. Like you take out Red Duke, you take out Heinrich, and then you're just like, Marienburg?
Mine actually went to Skaven Blight and then down to reclaim all of Araby from Arcan, because Luen believes that's, I don't know, fuck that guy, I guess.
That's fair.
Well, if you love horses and you love big cavalry charges,
oh my,
have you tried the Hung?
Oh, that one looks really good, actually.
The only thing I would say is they're kind of like ogres. They're nomadic, and they have the camp system. but all of their economy is very much based on having a camp, which is a problem.
Shade, my God.
Yeah.
Every mod.
I know. I want to make it look pretty. So I had an absolute nightmare of a time trying to keep a camp alive, because it was literally like you put a camp down and every faction within like a 20-mile radius just goes, fuck that thing particularly. And I couldn't move. I just had to continually like protect my camp, because the AI would just be waiting just out of range, and if I moved, they were like, no, get it. And obviously protecting that camp is a logistical nightmare. So I do think the mod is very cool. It adds like a whole slew of new units. They're all very unique. It's literally just like Attila faction is what they are. And the two legendary lords you get, I only played one of them. What did I play? The Khan, I think. The Khan, that's it. And he's very cool. He's not great. He's more like a buff lord. But what he does do is he eventually gets this ability where he basically just like summons a big floating throne to sit on, which he just like...
Aren't all the Norse kids pretty buff? He's just a buff lord.
He's just a buff lord, yeah. He's not great in melee combat, but he can like summon a big throne and then just sit there like going, everyone gets buffs now, and which is pretty cool. So that's great. And the cavalry felt really impactful and did save me more than once in some of the quest battles, which are brutally difficult. But again, just like feels like an entire DLC. Feels like they just went, here's an entire DLC faction or two factions. Enjoy for free.
So there's playable factions, and then it even goes to the effort of adding minor factions.
I mean, the Hung in the lore are really, really cool because they have, the nomadic steppe people as well, like basically the Mongols or the Huns and stuff like that. And then they also have like the dreaded Woe, which in lore-wise are like semi-Cathayan, basically. So instead of like Jade Warriors, they have like a black lacquered armor and stuff like that, which are really cool. I think they are the ones who have the Lord who is like Lord Humongous. Yes, like straight from Mad Max. Yeah, who like
he's actually very small.
So they have like these steppe horses, and they use wordstone arrows and stuff like that, which is like basically warpstone arrows that they use.
What are you doing,
and all of the horses are like possessed by demon spirits as well. And he just goes on a chariot or something, if I remember correctly, and just like tells everybody he's humongous, Lord Humongous. It's fantastic. Because technically, like when they have minor factions like that, now I'm gonna just geek out about lore a little bit. They have the minor factions as well included. It's because those are technically Hung tribes, like the Hung, the Tong, the Kurgans are all umbrella tribes like that encompass a lot of minor tribes, for example.
Yeah, like, they could have made Norska so much more interesting than they did.
Basically, like for example, like Archaon is from the Cool tribe, and he's technically Kurgan. Like Asa are cool.
Yeah, they should do more than more. I guess the problem is they're limited by what Games Workshop let them do. And the rules are never really expanded on.
No, it's always like a shame as well, because all these tribes aren't just like a monolith either. So all of them are, following somebody. Like, for example, the Dolgans, for example, they're like a Slaneshi tribe, for example. But the only thing you ever see from these things are, everyone's just either undivided or off the Hound or Khorne, basically.
You only get the Viking ones.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. But yeah, definitely worth a look. Very, very cool mod. If tricky to actually play.
Goes into Norska's getting an update soon.
Yeah. Hopefully make it good. But mind you, I mean, didn't the Tomb Kings get an update? And I don't know. Fine.
I mean, like, that was a cool life change, though.
Yeah, but then you play Tomb Kings Expanded, and you're like, well...
I was going to say, should we just talk about Tomb Kings Expanded? It seems like that's where I was going.
It's on my list as well.
It's so good.
Well. Yeah, it's really good. It's under construction right now, but hopefully when shortly after this episode is out, it'll be updated.
It's just wonderful.
Yeah. Maybe you want to take over here, Sadons.
Sorry, how do I? Oh, sorry, I just had like a complete mental blank. I forgot where I was, forgot what I was doing, forgot who I was, forgot like what my name was. What? Tomb Kings Extended. It's a mod.
It's great. I love Tomb Kings Extended.
Tomb Kings
I love the pyramids.
Yeah. You do get pyramid buildings in that one, which is essentially the deeps, but a pyramid instead. So it's like a reverse deep where it goes upwards.
And you build it like a pyramid. Yeah,
and you build like the lower parts, and then you build stuff like that. The mod creator came into my channel when I was playing. I was like, hey, the pyramids aren't just like, it's not just the deeps. I just checked it out. It's like, it's kind of like the deeps though. Obviously, it's not like super strong or anything like that. It's not like as strong as the deeps or anything like that, but it's always the same mechanic, and it's really well made though. So I hope that he won't be like super mad at me for saying this, but it's such a good mod, and it's a like really good one anyway.
It kind of feels like a much better version of the Pharaoh. You know, in Pharaoh you can select like the monument builder, ancestry or whatever. It feels like a better version of that, basically.
Yeah. It also, but not only does it like add in just pyramids or anything, it does add in new mechanics for everyone, and also really, really good units.
Yes.
Because Tomb Kings are fine, but Tomb Kings Extended make them incredibly fun. Yeah. It does add in what is it, like the bone giants that are for melee, for example. They add in Ushapti with great weapons. I'm just trying to remember stuff here. Also, like the mammoths, 2 mammoths as well. The giants, what are they called? Like the giant tomb scorpion as well, whatever. Colossal.
Yeah. That's very, he's cool.
The flying barges
on his back.
And the big barges that are flying and they can shoot from. Really big scorpions.
The hero scorpion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they also have like a bunch of different, like every pyramid gives you like some special type of like unit from that dynasty, right? Mm-hmm. Which is really, really cool. It just adds in so many things that it's really hard to just like rattle them off, and it's gonna be good because of that. But man, if you like the Tomb Kings, try it out. It makes them better. Like I said to the mod maker as well, I really hope that if they would ever give them DLC or rework them, it would be exactly like that, because it is very, very good.
It's phenomenal. And the Tomb Kings, like, we've said this a million times, but you know, if you come to this podcast expecting us to have an original thought, like Tomb Kings used to be like so innovative, and like slowly everyone else has got their thing. So this mod kind of just like and it feels poetic in a way to like bring them back to being like, you know, the new trendsetter, and steal some things from other people, but also have something all their own. I like it a lot.
It's very, very cool.
Yeah, if you want to play as Tomb Kings and you're like, hey, I want to play as Tomb Kings, but I don't really want to play as Tomb Kings, you know, get this mod, try it out. Hopefully it's out soon enough.
I think that's it's just genuinely amazing how many just such good mods there are for this game.
Yeah, we've been talking for an hour and 10 minutes, minus about 5 for Fred's hilarious gym story. And like I'm like looking at my mod videos, there's loads that we still haven't talked about that we could easily like go into.
We can always do a part 2 as well.
Yeah, we don't want to do too hard. Victory Conditions Overhaul, I will mention this every time we talk about mods, however. A lot of campaigns in the game that you've already played just gives them better goals, so it helps you play them in a bit of a different way.
Yeah, short victory stuff can actually give you something that you care about. Yeah. Like not just like, hey, you guys like 2+ recruitment rank. People, like there's 2 people out there. It's like, that's really strong. They don't understand how strong it is. Someone get me the police. Someone.
You can get the training and you can get 2 melee attack. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is that is just never not enabled for me. Even though I'm not like going around completing campaigns most of the time, it's just always there. So if I'm like, oh, what do I want to do with this campaign to test out this mod? Oh, I'll chase this victory condition. Why not?
Also mention Bertrand the Brigand, Thief's Honor, which is a cool Bretonnia mod. It's basically you play as the other side of Bretonnia, the one that we don't talk about that much, which is basically the Robin Hood character. And he has 2 meters for like chivalry, and he also has his like I can't remember what the other one is, but it's basically for thievery and
shit, isn't it?
Yeah. So he gives away money to the poor. He tries to just use what is it, cannons as well? Is this gunpowder units? If I remember correctly, maybe.
It's a very like scrappy version of Bretonnia that. Like, you see them being all hoity-toity and, oh, yes, the chivalry false lady, we have to ride the horse very, very seriously. And whereas this guy's just a bit more like, yeah, you just can't do whatever you gotta do to win, you know, we for the people. And, you know, I'm never gonna be happy about that.
Yeah.
Socialist Bretonian.
He is very, very cool, though. I remember that the mod was... I fell into a rut in that one because I didn't have any. I tried to play as a friend of Bretonnia, and then eventually I had no one to fight because it's just one of those patches where and one of those runs where the Order tide just took over. So I was like, okay, well, this was really fun, but it's very anticlimactic ending, I guess. I would recommend it for like a day of fun, basically.
Absolutely. Do we want to go for any more, or should we move on to?
I have one last.
Rambles. Ooh.
Or should we save until next time?
Mysterious.
I do have one last one that just got an update as well, and I know I talk about this one a lot, harp on about it a lot. But SFO just got an update for Ratman, Skaven.
I do need to check that out.
And I always play Thresh, and usually like. You really forget how SFO makes it so that it's interesting to play over 100 turns. So usually after like 50 or something like that turns, you're like, I don't really give a shit anymore. But SFO really it makes it like at 100 turns, you're like, shit, I got like halfway to where I actually want to go. So I was playing Thresh of Old Rat House, and it gets really interesting as well. The pacing is very different. And it's just nice not being like, oh yeah, you know what I'm gonna have just like weapon team straight away, because everything gets unit caps on everything. So lore wise, everything that is powerful will also be rare, which I really like.
That is nice. But, it kind of sucks making just a massive doom stack. And
yeah. But also it's really nice just being the dude who has, 2 armies of clan rats and a couple of weapon teams, stuff like that. It does feel very, very Vermintide.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly fun. It also changes like how lords are, because lords are very dangerous and can kill probably more than they can in base game, but they are so much easier to shut down. So much easier to shut down. Like go and play like Warhammer 1, 2 factions in that one. They are great. Warhammer 3 factions aren't super different. They're still pretty good, but also just battles being longer than like 2 minutes, also really nice because everyone gets more leadership and more health. It's just a very good mod for when you're feeling like I want to play these campaigns, but I need a little bit of spice in them, essentially.
That sounds cool. Yeah, no, I must try that because I do love SFO.
Yeah,
it's one of those mods I kind of forget that there's this massive overhaul that changes the entire game into something completely new.
Yeah, I mean, like it is still it's so weird, right? Whenever they say like, oh yeah, if something is on the mod, like a mod, we'll see if we might be integrating that one. And you always think about, okay, better camera and the victory overhaul. Mm-hmm. They've always been popular, so I don't know why they don't integrate that one. Like right now, most subscribed mods, SFO is number 5 on that one, and there is a good reason for that.
Cool. Yeah, got to add that to my list of mods that I now have to play.
Yeah, no, it's great for like longer campaigns. I think like really, really good. It does. It's just the pacing gets so different. Otherwise, you just like steamroll it so quickly.
Speaking that's it. Of steamrolling, what games have you been rolling through? Perfect segue.
Have we all been playing Stellaris?
Yes.
Yes.
A little bit.
What do we think of the new DLC?
I think the psionics system is pretty cool.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. I did try I can't remember what their origin is, but the one who's the Endbringers. That's it. They're fun if you don't mind dying horribly. But
sounds nice.
Sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
Just your species just slowly goes insane until you finally go, hey, why don't we just blow up the universe instead? That sounds like a great idea. And then you just kind of do that. Or you try and do that, because if you don't do it, then you just die. You just take a lot of the galaxy with you. So, I mean, options.
I mean, it's been a while since I played Stellaris at all. So jumping into this, I was like, I have like districts, and the districts have districts. Like, what's going on over here? This is a new game. So that was pretty jarring, but I do like the psionics stuff. It's a bit fiddly, and it's quite time consuming. Like, it's not really something that you should, because I was like making a video on how to use it, which if anyone watched that, shout out. No one did.
I did.
Thanks. Stellaris video is just absolutely tank. It's upsetting as much as I try to not make them tank, but whatever. But yeah, I was just like hardcore focusing on the psionic stuff, and I don't really think you're meant to do that. I think you're probably just meant to play a campaign with a goal in mind, like, militarist, diplomat, yada, 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 and just use psionics alongside that. Because the delving stuff has like a 1,800 day cooldown, so it ends up taking a long time to do anything and get any progress in it. But it's
I mean, like all of those systems are, tools on your journey for whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I know there's metas and stuff, but I think Stellaris is most fun when you just kind of have like an idea in your head, like this is going to be this species is going to be this, and then just seeing what happens.
Yeah, I think Stellaris works quite well as a kind of like soft role-playing game, where you're like, this empire will be extremely racist. And we will kill all others that we meet and integrate them into the machine. But not before we kill most of them. And then you just do that and see what happens.
Yeah. I think two of my favorite playthroughs were like the uwu geckos. And it's like the little geckos in like kimonos going like, uwu for me. But they like are devouring swarms, so they try to eat everybody. It's just like, uwu for me. And they're like, no, it's not. Okay. And like flames. And then you just go to war and you eat everybody. They're like, uwu. And then the mind flayer corporate entity.
Yeah.
Which is just a megacorp of mind flayers. And like in Baldur's Gate, you have to like implant somebody with a parasite and stuff. So you have the necrophage mega corporation stuff. So to get actual people to go in, you have like diplomacy, and then you like make tourist places in other worlds. Like little travel agency. They're like, yeah, you can come over here. You'll be treated like what's well for you. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. And then they come into your world and they're like, oh shit, I'm chattel slavery now. That's not that good. They're like, well, if you work hard, you go into the Ascension Chamber, become a mind flayer.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh, cool.
Stellaris does have that slight problem where it's so much more fun to just be an evil psycho than it is to just be a diplomat and be friends with everyone.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of fun to do the meta stuff, like Nice the Toxic God, where you're sitting there like 10,000 research and like just a couple of years in. And you're sitting there in a space station. And it's like, yeah, they do super science up there, and everybody else like, what's happening? Just a Titan coming into their cruisers or something. Fantastic.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Stellaris is the warfare. That is just.
Yeah, it is the epitome of control A and right click, because you have no choice. There is like a way to min-max it. Like whenever you make a video about like where you build a ship, people are like, well, actually, what you should really be doing is using plasma, because plasma statistically is the best weapon in the game.
Yeah. I mean, there are two ways to do war in Stellaris, and it's either like big number go up and you just chuck that at the enemy, or it's like you click on them, see what they built, counter that, or like use some of the broken weapons right then, or broken builds for ships and stuff. Then you just like only do that, like small ships with only torpedoes or whatever the heck, whatever the patch calls for. But both are, works. It's just how much time you want to put into this.
Yeah, but yeah, I did enjoy it. And to be honest, I haven't played 4.0. Mm-hmm. So again, much like Damned, I came into it just going, what the hell is this? I have no idea what I'm doing. And one thing about Stellaris is like an old flame that every time you go back to it, it's had a massive concussion and just changed its personality entirely.
It's Stellaris does not have a learning curve. It has a learning circle. Nope. Where you just learn it and then you just change, you learn it again, and you just keep on doing that because it's changed like the game 3-4 times now.
So what's that thing called where you pick up something and you think you know everything, you realize you know nothing, and then you reach the plateau. It's like that, but like there's never a plateau. You get to the plateau and then it's just like another.
It's such a weird game, isn't it? Because it's like one of those games where I came into 4.0, I was like, how do I grow my population? I don't know what I'm doing. And so I went, and there's things like, don't enter migration treaties, that's a trap, don't do that. And I was like, well, where does the game tell you that? At no point does it go, don't do that. It just sort of goes, screw you, love yourself.
Isn't it because you have like less power projection then, so you can't do as many claims and as many star bases if you get the early treaties?
It's because if you have a migration treaty, for some reason, there's a higher chance for your pops to go to other worlds than for their world. So basically, you lose more pops than you gain.
Oh, nice.
I see.
But it's one of those things where unless you go onto Reddit and someone's gone into the game files and gone, oh yes, here's the particular formula that works that out, you wouldn't know that. Nothing in the game is going to tell you that this is a bad idea.
Games are kind of like that though. It's like in Warhammer 2, I would just sit there and sometimes I say oh, if you double click on the spell, it'll overcast, and people I have 1,000 hours. I did not know this. I did not know how to overcast.
No. Yeah, no, that is fair. I think Stellaris just has so many more that's just one aspect of how you grow your population along a whole list of here's your do's and don'ts. You need to make sure there's 1,000 people on each planet to make sure that you grow enough, and there's just nothing in Stellaris actually says that's what you need to do. It's just,
I think there is a reason that the only Stellaris videos have managed to do well are complete beginner's guides that cover everything, and they've done extremely well. It's because everyone is just what the fuck is going on? This game's so hard.
Yeah, I do love it though. There's so many buttons to press in that game that it does.
I mean, you're essentially just playing a spreadsheet at the end of the day.
I do love playing a spreadsheet. It's so pretty as well.
Everything becomes spreadsheets, according to Sun Tzu. Logistics wins wars.
I just wish if I could take Distant Worlds 2, the combat from Distant Worlds 2, and everything else from Stellaris, and then just merge them into the same. Imagine the combat from Sword to the Stars 2. There we go. And then
imagine the day when we're gonna have Stellaris 2, and everybody's like, "What about my $1 million at DC? What about them?"
I mean, that's basically what happened with City Skylines 2.
I was thinking about this the other day, going, I really need to make a Stellaris 2 because people are complaining about endgame slow down because it only uses one core, because that's it's like a fucking almost 10-year-old game at this point. The problem is, if they make Stellaris 2, people are really going to go, this has less stuff than Stellaris, because if you play Stellaris back when it came out, there was nothing in that game.
Yeah, CK3 had that problem as well. They're like, you can do nothing. You can still do way more in CK2. How can I get how can I have my horse as the Pope?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know what the solution for that problem for them is, but
I mean, City Skylines has that exact issue, and doesn't really seem to have fixed it yet.
No, Skylines 2 is the performance stuff like that is so weird. I just remember I had so much fun making Trash Town though. Because I just had so much problems with traffic that I made roundabouts literally everywhere. And then I made like a sky highway. So I made the highway over like the big skyscraper stuff like that. So it just like blocked the sun for like 40% of the entire town. And then since it was buggy as well, it just said like, yeah, you're losing 600,000 a turn, like every month or whatever it is. And then I was gaining money all the time as well. I was like, this is the money, this is the entire game in a nutshell. It's like poor performance, sky highways, and just saying I'm losing money while I'm gaining it. I'm like, perfect, exactly like God intended it.
Yeah. Yeah, so apart from Stellaris, the only other thing I've been playing is Lego City Undercover with my 6-year-old, and it's basically Grand Theft Auto but with Lego, except you don't steal people's cars. You say you're going to give them back, so it's fine.
That's good.
And you also play a policeman, and you have to like arrest people sometimes. So like the people will be like, "Well, I'm going to be mad," and you have to like push them over and then arrest them. Or what my 6-year-old found out is that there's a move where you can like pick them up, and the idea is like you can throw them into each other and knock them both over and then arrest them both. Or alternatively, if you're up somewhere high, you can pick them up and just throw them off a cliff.
What did you say it was called?
Lego. So it's Lego City Undercover.
Oh, right. It's not in the big Lego bundle now on Humble Bundle.
Oh, rubbish. But it's really good.
I was playing a game from another bundle though, like the Funky Physics or whatever it was called. And we were playing Goat Simulator 3, like the latest one. It's so much better than the first one. So much better. But since she's 5, she thinks it's hilarious whatever this goat is doing. Like jumping on trampoline, fantastic. And like if you sit there and play that for like 30 minutes, she's gonna have to like go and have a lie down afterwards because it was so much fun.
I might have to. I imagine that my 6-year-old probably love Goat Simulator.
Yeah, it's still on for 13 more days if you go and get it on Humble Bundle. Get all those weird games.
I might have to do that. That's a good tip. So yeah, that's the only 2 things I've been playing all week.
Nice. It was a month though since we did the last.
Yeah, that's all I've been playing all month, to be honest.
I've just started playing Silent Hill F, which I for some reason got a key for. So thank you, Konami. Appreciate that. Not sure why, but glad you did. And obviously, I'm not going to say any spoilies, but it has that great horror Silent Hill thing where I'm playing it. I'm not really having fun because it's stressing me out. I'm very overstimulated, and I love it. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. I want to play more, but I don't, obviously, because it's so stressful. But I do because it's so good.
Yeah, you were saying this to me earlier, and I was like, sounds like when I played Alien Isolation, and it's just you just have this sort of like, I don't want to put myself through this, and I'm genuinely causing myself psychic damage, and yet I want to finish it.
Yeah, especially Silent Hill. Like the plot already is. Like, because I've played 2, and I kind of like have some base understanding of how like Silent Hill works as a concept. Now, like going into this one, I'm like, right, so let's see, where who's the James, who's the Mary, who's the Angela, etc., and it's fun, like trying to work out what's going on, and it's all so spooky and mysterious. And
I'm such a dum-dum. I was just like, I want a key for that as well. Why don't I get a key so I can stream there? When it checks, like, oh shit, I got one. Nice. Yeah, the monster roller coaster of emotions
are already just. It's the sound of the monsters. They just like make you cringe, and how they move and everything about them is horrendous. But it's fantastic so far. I'm only like maybe like an hour or 2 in, but already I'm very interested. But other than that, I just played a shitload of Captain of Industry. I think I mentioned I was playing Life is Strange, and then after that I played Close the Distance, which is a very depressing game about a village getting over the death of someone. So that was fun. It's one of those things that is very interesting, and it's very worth going through once, but it's not a very fun game to play. It's just depressing. But I don't know. It can just be a good experience, I guess. And then I replayed Signalis.
What did you say it was called?
Closer the Distance.
Sorry, and then Signalis. Sorry, I just need to check this one out. It sounded cool.
It's very interesting. Not very cheerful. Probably not a stream game, if I'm honest, Fred.
So some things are like one of the best things I think I've ever streamed was like Old Man's Journey. Not because it's like the best one, but it's like a game that's maybe 2 hours long, and it's like $15 or something. It's just a really nice game. I literally like made my wife play through it as well, because it's just like a nice little interactive movie basically that's just very moving. Yeah. But an old man trying to like go and see his daughter basically.
It's kind of hard to, it's kind of like a life sim where you manage different people, you know, in grief essentially. And like, it's just very fun how it like, not fun, but like cool how it uses like people trying to do like the right thing for the person that's died and what they would have wanted, and how it kind of makes you look at that in a different way. It's really good. I don't recommend it to everyone because it's so sad and so depressing. But
I will say that like medias that want to explore and do stuff with grief is like really, that's something I respect, because that's really, really hard to do. Mm-hmm. People might give anime and like Naruto shit for being like basically Ninja and Harry Potter. Like they had a 3-episode arc over just a funeral and the grief of losing somebody.
Yeah.
And that I thought was like, man, I've never seen that anywhere else. That's really cool, actually.
Well, and it is the thing that like I think a lot of people just try to pretend doesn't exist, because it, like you don't want it to exist, but it does. And I feel like I've seen some online discourse every so often about like, oh well, you know, this game is depressing, so it's not good because it's not fun. It's like, yeah, but art and video games are art, no matter what you say. You know, art isn't always cheerful. It's art reflects life, and life isn't always cheerful. So it's I'm glad it exists. I'm glad I've played it. I probably will never play it again because it's so sad. But yes. And then Signalis, which is also not quite as depressing, still a bit, mostly overstimulating and scary. But that's
is that
a fantastic game.
I think I've watched some like lore retrospectives on that game, and it sounds incredibly depressing. Like it sounds very, very sad.
Signalis is extremely deep in its lore. I've been writing for the SA's channel, shout out, and it's so hard to like talk about Signalis without just being like, oh, but then there's this thing and this thing and this thing, and if I tell you about this, I should tell you about that. There's just so much, and it's all interconnected and interwoven so wonderfully that it's very intense and interesting thing to pick apart. But you know, we talked about Endless Legend 2 on pod.
Oh shit, no, we haven't.
Because we've also all played that.
Much.
And it was a game. I don't want to talk.
I think it's no. I haven't played enough to talk anything ill about it at all. I think it's like fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be great in a couple of years when it has like a DLC or 2 or 3 under its belt.
Yeah, I like it. I will say that I prefer the art, the sort of graphics, the sort of like the style. I prefer the graphical style more for the first game. And I can't get over the fact that all the time I was playing Endless Legend 2, I was going, I could be having more fun in Age of Wonders 4.
Yeah, they're too similar to not like mentally compare. And unfortunately for Endless Legend, Age of Wonders 4, even when it came out, I would say it was just like a more interesting game to play. Like I find the battling to be a bit more fun, and the city building to be a bit more fun, and the story to be a bit more interesting.
I think they also went, like the art is really interesting in that one, because it did go so hard into being unique that it's kind of become generic. Like almost like if you would just put like a prompt in AI, it would like kind of look something like that, like Crystal Warrior or something like that. It would just kind of look like a lot of stuff in it. And the art style is very cool. I think it's something they should try to keep. But maybe expand upon instead. So it's like, cooler
honestly,
lore with it or something.
I feel like just turn like the saturation up in Endless Legend 2 a little bit. It all ends up just looking a bit beige. Like there's grey, there's brown. Like just give me some color. Make it more fantastical. But that's
Isn't that what saturation does? Just makes it more colorful.
Yeah, exactly. Just like turn it up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was like turn it down. I was like, what is it talking about? I want saturation.
No.
I was even thinking about this the other day, where I've been watching a lot of old shows. Like I binged now Star Trek TNG. I never watched Star Trek before, but I binged all of TNG over the summer basically. And some things that you really notice now is like, dang, nowadays like everything is more bluish and gray. Like color does not exist in media anymore basically. Like if you go back in the 90s, everything was like saturated and like you had colors for everything, and that's just disappearing all the time.
Like I've just gone to the store page for both Endless Legend and Endless Legend 2, and looking at the images side on side, Endless Legend 1 immediately just makes me go, that looks interesting, whereas Endless Legend 2 just looks very generic.
Yeah, right.
It's not bad, it's no fine.
This thing, I feel
and
bad
you can really
on it because it's not bad. It's just
it's not
amazing.
And the really horrible part is like, what is it that looks generic about Endless Legends 2? And you don't have anything that is really generic. They just went so hard on it that it kind of looks like generic for some reason. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it's a real shame. It just doesn't feel like there's enough to do in Endless Legend 2. There doesn't feel like there's any pressure from the enemy factions. They seem pretty like passive.
I spawned next to the necrophage or whatever they're called, and I mean he declared war, but he didn't really put up that much of a fight. And I'm not going to pretend I'm a god gamer or anything, but I just kind of like moved my stacks around and was like, okay, well I just like auto-resolve win these immediately because he just walks at me. All right.
Yeah, it kind of felt a little bit like playing what's that 40k game, Gladius, but without any actual threat. So you just sort of wander around exploring and going, "Oh, this is cool, this is nice," but like, why am I doing this?
I ramped up the difficulty a little bit, and I felt like I was a necrophage, or like what are they called? God damn it! It's not necrophages, it's something else. Anyway, like the bug people, and then I spawned. Oh, are they called that? Okay, I thought it was called something else. It wasn't that. All right, well. Weirdly enough, I was like, necrophage sounds too generic, is what I went in my mind. It can't be that. All right. Well, anyway. And I spawned right next to other necrophages. And that battle was at first pretty bad because like on the hard difficulty, they get like bonuses to their stats, I think. So they just like were pretty rough to deal with. But then it was like super weird because apparently you could like siege the town and then they would like get the town's defenses in on them. And once you gotten through the wall, you could just take another dude and just like race it instead. And then the defense would be like, oh, and then just the town would disappear. So that was, I'm not really sure what happened there, but
I find the battling to be very dull. You just like maybe I'm just bad at it, but you just seem to like right click on things. And then you have ranged units and you just like put them in a position of right click on things. And the heroes have abilities, but like you said, I just prefer the spell system from Age of Wonders 4. I just wish I was playing that instead because I like it better.
Yeah, because like in Age of Wonders, in Endless Legend 2, there are like your units have like effects and stuff, but it almost doesn't feel like it matters. And compared to it's basically like playing an Age of Wonders 4 battle if none of your units had any real abilities and they were just like there, and they could either shoot or not shoot, and that was the whole thing. And yeah, it's like fine. I think the characters are fairly interesting. Like you can level them up, and I quite like the interplay there. The fact that you can make them buddies and you can build their little houses is quite nice. And I do like the way the sort of water recedes and you sort of like uncover new areas to explore. I quite like that's a very cool effect. But I don't think that I can. I don't know. Maybe it's just not a game for me. Maybe I just need stuff happening all the time. Otherwise, I get bored. Maybe that's me. I don't know.
I don't think it's just you, because there was just a lot of times, maybe I just wasn't making enough cities or enough armies or whatever, but I felt like I was like, well, I have enough, my city's producing pretty quick. I'm getting through research fairly fast. I'm getting a lot of resources. I don't really feel the need to have another city other than to just take up space. It's like in Civ, I was always like, oh, well, there's a resource over here that I want. But I had like shit coming out of my ears. I didn't need anything. I don't know.
I kind of feel like it's still in early access.
It is.
So it's not a full release. I don't want to be too judgmental about it since it's just released and I didn't play it that much. I think it's I'm going to follow it with much interest is all I'm going to say. And currently from the people who have bought it, it's like almost 90% positive reviews.
It is. That's true.
Yeah.
However, you have to remember that Steam is a binary. It's either positive or negative. And I would give it a positive review. It just like, it's fine. Doesn't mean it's great.
Yeah. No, you're 100% correct. It's what just, people...
I think it is very polished. Like everything looks really nice. All of the UI and stuff, and I like the little noises. It's very ASMR gameplay. Like when you click something, it makes like a little bong noise. You're like, oh, that sounds nice. That makes me happy. Unlike when I went back to Stellaris and I was like, oh shit, I have no idea what's going on. How do I do it? Because I feel like I have to achieve something. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what I'm trying to achieve in Endless Legend 2. Like it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything.
Yeah, even when I got to like the Awakening victories, I was like, well, all right, to get this one, I need to research technologies. So I'll just sit here and AFK until I get all my technologies, I guess.
Yeah, right. I felt kind of aimless, I think, is probably. And I think maybe with, like, once it's out of early access and it's got some more stuff going on, that might be different.
I mean, we have just said that Stellaris was basically nothing to do when it came out. It is an unfortunate truth about strategy games that just, kind of just happens. So give it a year. It might get like a DLC or two and a big update, and it might turn things around.
It might just be a fact of the times we live in, honestly. Like I always say this about MMOs. If a new MMO comes out, it's not just competing with like World of Warcraft. It's competing with 25 years of content from World of Warcraft. Like, people are going to come to the end game within like a couple of weeks and say there's nothing to do. Yeah, because they compared with something that's gotten, content for that long. There's like an endless amount of stuff to do there. Like things that are going to go in and try to compete with Destiny. Destiny's also been like for close to a decade or something like that. Like, of course they have content. I don't really play Destiny, but I assume. So when a new game like this comes out, like, we're going to compare it to other stuff that has, 16,000 DLCs, like obviously. But I hope, I will look for at development of this one with great interest.
Yeah, it does look nice and just needs a bit more depth, I think.
All right, Fred.
Best turn times, at least.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Fred, time to go on your 45-minute rampage about all the hundreds of games you've played.
All right. Buckle your seatbelts, though. I did play Demon X Machina Titanic Scion, which I thought was going to be like Armored Core, but actually it's like, what was that EA game that flopped? Basically trying to be Iron Man. They said they were going to make a 2.0, but then they dismissed that as well. It played like Andromeda. Anthem, yeah. It's basically Anthem, but it's like anime and it's single player. So it's pretty decent, honestly. It was pretty cool. You used to have like your mech suit. You're trying to like run around. And you're trying to like do the bosses and everything. And as always, I made sexy Vario, which makes me bust out laughing every time like everything comes off and he's like super pale, giant mustache. He's like, sexy Vario at your service. That's pretty cool. Obviously been playing some Goat Simulator 3. Much better than the first one, like surprisingly better than the first one. My daughter enjoyed that one anyway. Some Soulstone Survivors, which is a bullet hell game. That was really nice. That. Yeah, that's a really cool game,
great
actually.
Steam Deck game. Although it makes it scream on the fans.
I can imagine. So it's so much. It's just a good bullet hell game, honestly, like Vampire Survivors, essentially. Definitely go check that out if you're into those kinds of games.
What one was that?
Well.
Soulstone Survivors.
Yeah, I remember there was a I remember there was a Total War meeting where they were just rattling off a load of bullshit I didn't care about, and I played an entire run of that. They were talking for that long. I think it was like Chaos Dwarves or something. I was like, oh, I know this. Please stop.
Man, sometimes, I probably shouldn't talk shit about those meetings, but sometimes they go into a little bit too much PR talk.
A little bit.
Also played some Dune, which got this first DLC and big chapter update and stuff like that. Essentially, the game is fantastic. I love Dune. It is a roller coaster and the most fun to level up that you can have. But once you reach end game, there's nothing there. The person that I've been playing with was like, okay, I'll show you where like the run you do to like try to gather these things. And we just run past stuff. And like, yeah, all the mobs are dead because people just keep on doing this. I was like, oh, so you just go and gather these things without like fighting anyone or anything like that. And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, I'm not going to kill my soul, so I'm not going to do that. So I really hope they're going to do something for endgame there. It is a very, very cool game to level up, though. Like I have 70 hours, and now I'm like, yeah, I'm just kind of done. But it's cool regardless. I played the Fata Deum, which is the God Sim. It's kind of compared to Black and Whites. And it's a really cool game. You have villages, you try to take them over with like influence and things like that. Like if a village is there and nobody believes in you, you can't really do any miracles. You have to like kind of work on that. It really goes into that. We will never have another Black and White ever. That type of games will not exist ever again. Like the creature AI was crazy. The main creator of like designer of the creature AI went over to Google to make DeepMind. Like the first one of the AIs that were like kicking people's asses in Dota and StarCraft, stuff like that. It's a cool game, but like it is fairly basic when you.
I think I tried that years ago, and it's like, it's fine, but
which one? Fata Deum or
thingy-majig, yeah.
Oh, well, that got released 15th September now into early access. So I think you're thinking of a different one.
Oh, maybe a different one.
The Goddess or something. But it was fine. Goblin Cleanup finally got a release. You're playing as a little goblin maid trying to clean up a dungeon after heroes have been there and, like made a mess and tried to steal treasure and stuff like that. You have to go and like, you can use your mimic chest to like eat up old body parts and stuff like that.
Why are all the goblins in thigh highs? I'm not complaining, but...
I was going to say, as soon as I heard Goblin Maid, I was like, how sexy is this game? Turns out pretty sexy. Yeah,
you can actually be, there's also like dress up for them as well. No, this is a really funny game. Actually, I played the demo a while ago and I was like, shit, I'm going to put this on my wish list.
I might have to give this thing a try.
It's got 85% as well on Steam right now.
It's going straight in my wish list.
Yeah, no, it's really honestly, if you get it, we'll just stream it together. We'll do all Grumblers podcast, and we'll always try
sexy goblins playthrough.
Yeah, we're just all gonna try to clean up these dungeons and not wake up the necromancer, so he like bashes us with books and stuff like that. It's good. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. Also played Superhero Simulator, which made me go on completely unhinged rants. Which is just, you play as a superhero. It is the shiniest game you've ever seen. It is, and I mean that graphics, like they made everything super shiny.
It like hurts my eyes a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It's a very small team. So, I mean, you take it as you go, right? But you're a superhero and you can just fly through buildings to save like somebody who's drowning. Creates untold devastation. You'll see a hole in the building. It's one of those superhero sims that you don't get in, more like a power fantasy, basically. Also played Borderlands 4, one of the, like a really good Borderlands. I think it's been what does it have on Steam? Oh, mixed. Yeah, of course it does. Because first day it had like
memory leak.
What was it, like 20% or something like that. So now it's at 60 something.
I did hear mixed things about that.
Yeah, I think like the first day it got super shitty reviews, and now it's like normalized. If we would get rid of like the first days that would probably be fine. Like I remember just the first day went from like 23 to 55 or something, just in the first 24 hours. So yeah, take that as you will. I really liked it though. It was cool. Played some Water Park Simulator. Absolutely fantastic game. You make a water park, okay? I love shitty games like this because there's like always the sim games, and some of them are awful, like Streamer Life Simulator. Awful. Felt like busybody shits that are just like, oh, just keep people busy so they can stream it, and then people might buy it and stuff. And it's just like Streamer Life was bad. Water Park Simulator, fantastic.
Interesting.
Yeah, really like that one. Played some ICBM Escalation as well. You guys know Soviet Workers and Resources?
Yes.
Oh, we've talked about this before. The menus.
Yeah. Imagine that game, but with global warfare instead. So it's like, okay, so you're going to drop a nuke on somebody. Well, you better load that thing up on a plane. Think about the logistics of that. It's really, really cool. I spent like 2 hours in tutorial last time. This time I was like, I'm just going to do a map. And it's so hilarious because as soon as you drop, there were like so many army contingents in one place. I was like, I'm going to drop a nuke on that. As soon as that happened, I just got like messages like, China's responding to our nuclear bombs. Russia is. And like in a matter of just a minute or so, I think it was like 14 million Japanese citizens were dead because I was going from there. So they just retaliated very quickly. You can even like check out like the global scale, and the AI will just play against itself, all the countries, and you see how long it is until total annihilation. And usually it's like within, I don't know, like 5-6 minutes. It's pretty good.
Oh, good. Well, that makes me feel really happy then.
Yeah. Dying Light, The Beast. If you guys like Dying Lights, Dying Light 1, great. Dying Light 2, it was okay. Dying Light The Beast proves that Dying Light 2 was the worst one. Dying Light The Beast is great. Basically, you just have like Dying Light, but you get Hulk powers every once in a while. Just get too angry and just rip everyone to shreds with your hands.
Can I say, I don't really get the hate of Dying Light 2 that much. It didn't feel that much different.
No, Dying Light 2 is fine. That's the thing about it. It's like 7 out of 10 game, 8 out of 10 maybe on a good day. They have fixed it up from get-go, but Dying Light The Beast is just better, straight up.
All right.
And then Rune Quest Warlords. Have you guys tried that one?
No.
It's like a turn-based fantasy game that is pretty cool.
Looks a little bit rough.
I likes it.
All about that. I forgot to mention, I played more of that U-boat game. I completed the tutorial and started fighting in the wars, and Jesus Christ, it's so hard. It's so hard.
What happens in it then?
Well, you just like go out. So far, I've just been doing like patrols and stuff, and you just kind of wander around, stick a guy in the hydro phone, and you just listen for propels and stuff. And then, like, you find a convoy, and you're like, right, before I attack, I need to get in a position that I am far enough away that I can run or kill all of these things very quickly. Because if you attack them and don't wipe out most of the convoy, they'll just beeline towards you and drop depth charges, which is very bad. So that's fun. So a lot of missions just ended up me getting absolutely trounced. And then I figured out if you just spaghetti around the map, they can't really do anything about it. So whenever I get attacked, I just do that and then run away. But it's just so funny. You'll just like spend so long getting your targeting down just right. And then you press the button and you see it go, and you wait like 2 whole minutes for the torpedo to get there, only for it to miss. And then you're like, fuck. And you can only carry like 8 torpedoes or something. So you're just like, oh my God, I'm ruined.
I mean, you have to, at some point, you use your torpedo. I have to sail back to Germany and go, like, how many did you sink? And he went, well, I missed all of them. All of them. None. Okay, fine. Give me some more torpedoes. I'll go back. See if I can do it this time.
Yeah, but I remember talking about this with you when we were playing the Empire. But like, you can be underwater and and like an alarm's going off and you guys are stressed out because they're dying and they stop working. I'm like, all right, I know you're stressed. However, if you stop doing your job, we will die. So too bad. I don't care. Get it done. But yeah, you have to like know where the seabed is, because if you just audio sub to sync, it will just like hit the seabed and like not stop. So you have to like make sure that you're at the right level. There's a lot of detail in it, but it's kind of fun. It's weirdly one of those games that requires a lot of focus but not a lot of concentration, if that makes sense. Like you can kind of zone out when doing it and just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go do a patrol and just chill, and then every so often I'll have an extreme panic. But it's good. I like it. I don't really.
It's good to have games like that where you just want to chillax and just patrol the seas and just enjoy yourself.
There's someone at the door. I'll be right back.
That's fine.
Yep.
I think my favorite thing about it is when you launch a torpedo, you can then go to like the camera view of the ship that you've shot it at. But obviously, because it's a torpedo, you can't see it coming. So you just sit in there waiting and then shit your pants because the ship just implodes and the explosion sound is so loud. So you just play, yeah. Is it gonna hit? Is it gonna hit? Oh my god, it hit!
So, like, how many torpedoes can your U-boats take?
I think there's 4 at the front and 1 at the back. The one at the back has 1 in spare. I think the ones at the front maybe have like, it's either 4 or 6 in spare. You don't have a lot, so you really need to make your shots count. And like, even if you get 100% accuracy, there's not like a guarantee, especially once they start turning. It's just essentially impossible to hit them.
Yeah, that game has like 93% positive reviews from recent reviews. That is, I mean, they definitely have like their audience, I feel like.
Yeah. It's not something that I'd recommend to like everyone. It's mostly just like clicking on a map and then ordering guys around to do things and looking at percentages go up and pressing a button and then hoping. But I don't know. I like that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like buy this bundle, U-boat and Trans-Siberian Railway Simulator. It's like a person just shooting people, drinking vodka, and then fighting a bear in like the little preview.
Yeah, this one's a wee bit more serious.
Yeah, I feel like it.
Oh, I also like an event where, because it's like 30s Germany, so my guy was like, oh, you've heard one of your crewmates speaking communistically. What do you do? Do you hand him in to be court-martialed, or do you just tell him to shut up? I was like, can I ask him to tell me more?
Yeah, the communist scare in the 50s was pretty big, to say the very least.
Yes, if you like bombing the British, it's a good one.
Who doesn't?
Any more games in your pile, Fred? You just reminded me of a U-boat when you were talking about ICBM menu simulator.
I'm trying to keep it short so I don't bring all of them in, but I always have a couple of more games, but I shouldn't say the new No Man's Sky expedition was pretty good. I mean, we will all live in No Man's Sky eventually. Sean will see to it. He just keeps on updating it. It's crazy.
I tried to get into No Man's Sky and I couldn't. I think if I was still like 13 and, had 4,000 hours to sink into Minecraft mod packs, I'd probably be all over No Man's Sky, but, despite my youthful looks,
right now there's 14. An expedition out. You should try one of the expeditions, see if you like it, honestly.
I mean...
Oh yeah, Chronos New Dawn. Did I talk about that one? Chronos is like a horror game. Maybe you...
Yeah.
It's basically hardcore Dead Space.
I've heard the story's a bit wacky, but the gameplay is excellent.
I think the story seems good and the gameplay is like weird because the gunplay isn't that much fun. Like Resident Evil 4 is great as an action and horror game, I think. I don't really get scared, but I assume it's good as a horror game anyway. But the gunplay is great, absolutely fantastic. And Kronos is like, this thing shouts at you and you're just like, either you can shoot it 3 times in the head or you just like charge up your gun. And you do that twice. Yeah. I don't know, the gunplay just wasn't fun, but maybe I just wasn't far enough into it.
I mean, I think there is something to be said that like a lot of horror games have intentionally shitty gunplay to make it scary and to put you under more stress. Like the combat in Silent Hill F is ass. The main character is not responsive. She turns super slowly. The dodge is wonky. The attacks are slow and you have to commit to them. But that's like part of the spook. You've got to like commit to doing something and you can't really get away from it. It's the Souls-like of Silent Hill games.
I like the old timey PlayStation games like Onimusha, where it's turn around like really slowly. It's under demon attack all the time.
Yeah, I played the original Silent Hill on my Steam Deck, and I was like, "Oh, this is just, this is rough."
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of old games aged that well. We just remember the ones that did age really well.
I'm just gonna also use this moment to say that Silent Hill 4, not Silent Hill 4, keep getting confused. Resident Evil 4, in my opinion, extremely overrated. It's a good game, but everyone hails it as like the masterpiece of all time. It's fine. It's all right. It's good, but it's just too long as well.
Okay, listen here, you gangly trollop. I'm gonna. Resident Evil 4 was great when I on PlayStation. No, on PlayStation 2, and it's great now as well.
Yeah, I get that. I get that for the time it was revolutionary. However, it's not the time anymore, and people still think it's one of the best games. Oh, it's so good. If you play it today, no, it's too long.
It's not too long.
It is. You get to that fucking asylum island. I'm just like, oh my god, let it end. Let it end.
No. Genuinely, I think that was like one of the best games that year.
Resident Evil 2 is bad.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, Resident Evil 2 was cool though. It was really good. I'm not gonna say anything else. Resident Evil 4, I can see that it might feel a little bit long. Also, it's like really good. They do keep like some new mechanics for the end as well.
I just get bored. Like Silent Hill 2 is scary and it's short. Silent Hill 4 is not scary and it's long. So it just becomes
How long is this?
I don't know. It's like, isn't it like 15, 20 hours, something like that? It's not like long. I just get bored of it at the end. And I'm well aware I'm in the minority for this, but you know, what else is new?
What else came out that year? Oh yeah, that was such a good year for games as well. You got AC 6, such a good game. Phantom Liberty came out. Alan Wake 2. I haven't played that one still. Dave the Diver was also that year. Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush is excellent.
Yeah.
Dave the Diver is good, but it gets a bit bored. A bit boring.
Street Fighter 6, Baldur's Gate 3. It was such a good year for games.
Yeah.
Such a good. Also RoboCop, but that's not on this list. But RoboCop was also great. Fantastic game. DLC, the expansion, whatever you want to call it.
You're just going over games that came out the same year to discuss why Resident Evil should have got Game of the Year, actually.
No, I just remember like that was such a good year for games. I think didn't Dead Space remake came out that year as well.
Maybe. Anyway, have you got any more games, or is that?
No, that we can say that's it.
I've got one game. Have you tried the Menace demo from Hooded Horse?
No.
I hear it's really good. Arkar was telling me about it yesterday as well.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the demo. Like it's kind of like an XCOM-y type game, but more sort of squad based.
You say commie?
XCOM-y. So like rather than having one person, you've kind of got like a little team of guys. They move around in squares. The only thing is, having played the demo, I kind of was a bit lukewarm on it, but I don't know whether that's because maybe the demo wasn't like a great example. It just felt like you just had these guys, you moved them up, and then there were little pirate squads, and they shot you, and you shot them. And then eventually, like 20 turns later, someone died, which was fine. I think maybe it probably gets better when you get like, you know, tanks and little mech guys to run around, and you get better weapons and stuff. But it kind of like I keep going back to it and going, how do I like this? Do I not? I don't know. And I genuinely don't think the demos are good enough.
I feel like I do that for a lot of Hooded Horse games. It's something about their particular like brand. I'm like, is this good? It might be. But I can't tell.
Like looking at all the screenshots, I'm like, oh, you get a ship and you can like put different things on it that you can use during a battle, and that could be quite good. But at the moment, I'm very much like, I don't know if like when that all comes together, if I'm going to enjoy the entire package. And maybe there was like you fight like 3 or 4 missions in the demo, and the second mission I did, I had to go and destroy these bits that were like in the middle of a desert. And so it was just basically a big desert. And I just moved my guys up and then moved them up again. And then I saw the thing, so I blew it up. And then I moved, and then I had to extract. So I went to the extract. And there was a few guys on the way, but it was all very like, it just took a long time. And I didn't feel particularly satisfied at the end of it. So I don't know. Basically, it's a big sort of like, from me.
Well, it is a demo, so maybe it's going to be better later.
That's my hope. My hope is that the demo just didn't maybe hit for me, and that when I get into the full game, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, shit, this is great. That's my dream. That's my hopes.
There are a lot of cool games as well that I haven't tried out, like Mars Attacks. I don't know if you play down.
Is that the theme park aliens thing? Yeah.
Yeah, from the 20-year-old movie. They're like, people love nostalgia, right? Ack.
Obviously.
Yeah, Voyagers of Nera seems cool as well. Also Goss, like the first Berserker and Abiotic Factor, because I heard really good things about those. Tried the demo for first Berserker, and that seems really cool. Town to City, I also hear really good things about. That's a city builder that's apparently super good. Looking forward to trying that one out. Oh, yeah, it has 97% positive on Steam out of 1,281 reviews.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's the little voxely one. Looks super cute.
Oh wow, that actually looks really good.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right. Well, that's going on my wish list.
The Scouring is also an RTS with like orcs. We play orcs, I think.
We can't just go.
This is just where Fred tells me what games I should be playing.
Yeah, what's coming out, what's on my list as well. Now you see why I play so many games. I'm like, yeah, these and these and these.
I don't have time to play all these games, Fred.
We can't go over every game that's coming out. Come on.
Like Arnold always says, if you need 8 hours of sleep, I suggest you sleep faster. Most unhinged thing I've ever heard anyone say. I was like, okay, Mr. Health Advice on steroids.
That's the most gym bro advice I've ever heard.
It's one of those things, right? Like if you take like steroids, and especially like any testosterone supplement or anything like that, your body just needs less sleep. That's why those like super duper roided up dudes will be like, I only need 5 hours of sleep, because they don't really take that much of hits from it. Like they can survive on less sleep.
Is that why they die at 36?
That's one of the reasons. Yeah, it's one of the reasons. It's usually a cumulative effect. Usually when you take like 5 different drugs to become have larger biceps, you're gonna take a little bit more stuff. Well, most of the time.
Yeah, I can imagine that would be not ideal. Well, that all sounds very exciting. Well, haven't we been playing lots of games?
Yes.
Haven't we?
And equally lot of games between us as well.
Equally. That's the important bit that you should remember. An equal amount of bits.
But anyway, should we wrap this one up?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you, people, for watching. The mods, will they be linked in the description? If I remember.
Maybe.
If I remember, which means probably not, but I might remember. If someone wants to be a hero, link them in the comments. Go on, Monsters. I'm sure you can manage that.
Oh, I could barely link them on my own video. Are you kidding?
Yeah, thank
well,
you for
I
watching.
can't read, so I'm not going to be for any help.
Yes. Thank you for watching, folks. I hope you enjoy some of these mods and some of these games. Let us know what mods you're playing at the moment in the comments below, and maybe we'll check them out in future. But that's all from us, so bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.